go. So I think at this point, I'll probably supercut it all the way to the final here. Like after I've got everything all set up. Actually, I might. What I'll probably do, I think I'll cut it from when we took over the last of the families to all the way where we have basically control of everything. There's a lot of boring stuff in here because we're not even fighting anything, so just the management side. We now have another death. Leander. He was in charge of a territory too. So this is the third death. Like it was, yeah. So it just turned it to a vassal. Or into, not a vassal, but you know. Is it called a vassal? I don't remember. In trust. Alright. So that's 3 deaths. Once we hit year 19, we had 2, and now we have one more here. Slowly getting there. Erik is now 69 years old. So he won't be dying at least for another 2 years. Year 25. Man, this setup is taking a long time. But hopefully it'll be worth it. Alright, we'll see you out there. Alright, going into year 24 here. Seeing if anyone dies again. Seth. He was in 4. And Sven died. Okay, so we'll have to update him as well when we get to Flax. It's basically what I've done. Yes, I'll explain that later when we get to that point. Alright. We are in December of year 24. So some things are probably about to happen. Erik is age 70, so meaning he could, at the start of January here, die. So if that's the case, then everything is all good, so I thought I would have this as a nice little space to go, hey, let's check over what I've done. Basically, I've set up most provinces within 30 to 45-ish protection and cultivation, and ranging anywhere from 200 to 700 troops. A vast majority of them are in that 200 to 300 range, or just slightly over 300, like Lord Arkin here. So we'll just kind of run through each one. So doing nothing here. Tarian's ruling in 16. Oh, that's one other thing I should note too, is most places have near maxed out gold and food, so when it does switch over to the AI, they'll be able to do whatever the heck they want to do, which is kind of neat. On top of that, a majority of places have a pasta. I'm going to keep those on because I think that's interesting. Although, I mean, what we could do, in fact, I should save it here, just in case. This kind of be like our ground zero layout one. Should have did that at the start of December, but hey, I didn't. And that's close enough. And besides, I've saved it enough in other places too, so like game 2 is the previous year, etc. So what we're going to do here, yeah, so a majority of people have their pastas. We're just going to kind of run through each place and you can kind of see what their stats are like. So again, mostly nearly maxed out food and gold, and that 300 range troops. It took a long time to set up. Erik's province, I have no idea what's going to happen to Erik's province, if it'll get ruled by one of the people who we don't have. Basically, like Nolf, Sarth, or Ezreal, I think, are the only 3 that aren't ruling something. But I think his territory will just become vacant. So, I haven't really done too much with it. Lord Brian's doing good over there. So this will be us, Prince Erin, and I've just kind of kept us slightly above average comparatively to everywhere else. Mostly because I don't want to take on, like, because we're not in a very advantageous space, we're in 11, we can get attacked by 5, 6, 10, 17, 18, and 12. So, it's not good. Elgis is right above us, and he's a good war stat guy, so... Irvin is still around, so there's that. Shabard's ruling over where Seth was. Seth had died. Elford, oh, you know what? We can actually develop your cultivation there, bud. Get you into that 30 range. Lauren's doing well. Eustace, Len, those guys will be kind of safe down there from everything. Jarrus doing good. Hubert is going to be in a very bad spot. He'll be attacked by lots of places. And the Lord Nicolay up here. Melgan, his territory was not doing good. This is where Leander died from, and then it got hit by like 4 plagues in a row, so it just obliterated everything. So we have Lady Carla here, who wouldn't mind having a pretty good run. I have Carl on the island. He's got tons of troops. I built up his stuff. It's kind of the same thing here. I have Lord Jeff, kind of treating him as like the penultimate force in the north. So he's going to do that. Be the guy in the north. We got a couple people in the south that are in that range as well, or could be. Wolfen's right next to him. Foster right smack in the middle. Aiden doing well. Esok doing well, and then Keela, the other person who I wanted to build up a little bit here, and let's see. Nobody died. Alright. So, we gotta go another year. But that's, again, just wanted to show everyone what we were at, where we were, and yeah, I'll see you when it's encroaching year 26. Hopefully this is the year that everyone dies. But, you know what, I thought what I would do here is I made a save right here, and if someone dies, then whatever, roll back. But basically, I thought about, why not hire a monster in each place too? I mean, everyone already has a pasta. Ooh, an ogre, sure. This way, sure, lizards, why not? Everyone has tons of money and things like that. This could just make, ooh, a wyvern, cool. I mean, it doesn't matter there, but they'll have plenty of opportunities if they are to die or anything that or attack. then not only will they have a pass but also their monster as well. We're not going to hire anything here because that's us. So we don't want that. We have a pass and a wizard. I want everywhere else to have a choice. So that way if they attack somewhere and they use their pass, then they're stuck with nothing. So I figured this way they can either attack with... let's get another bugbear. Why not? They can either attack in with a monster, or pass or nothing, or a wizard if they actually have a wizard. Ooh, some spearmen and lancers. You know, let's grab some spearmen. They're cheap. I thought it would add an extra interesting element, so everything has gargoyles. Some sort of cool unit to fall back on if that's the case. Let's do pikemen. And like never get pikemen. They're so wavy. Yeah, sure, you can have an ogre. Why not? You got tons of money, you can afford an ogre. Yeah, let's get some lancers. Lancers are pretty neat. Looks like, I mean, he looked like a lancer, so isn't that neat? And sometimes these monsters are actually going to be better than possibly the wizard that they could possibly get. Let's give you an ogre. You'll kind of look like an ogre. Yeah, you can have some skeletons. Why not? Oh, not attack. Warriors. Warriors for Milady Carla. I kind of wanted Griff to have something along that line too. But, oh well. Carl, who do you get? Ogre or lizards? You know what? Let's give you lizards. Kind of gives you the pretty neat way. You're kind of like the barbarian of the north. You're going to have some orcs come with you, join your forces. Yeah, you can have some orcs down here too. Wolfen. You know, a bugbear. Yeah, I just thought it would be a neat thing. Gunners! We haven't seen gunners. Let's get them. Shooters! We haven't seen them either, so we're definitely getting them. Pikemen, warriors. Let's get some pikemen. And Lady Keela. Rooting for you. Ooh, gargoyles. Cool. There you go. And no deaths. Alright. Well, you know what? I guess we'll check in again in year 27. Everywhere has monsters of some sort, so I'll probably just make sure we get our protection up for all these places in case anything rampages things, but the idea is to, if anyone has lost their monster or anything by next year, we'll just rehire it, basically. Yeah. Alright, here we go. We're right at the end of year 26. We're going to see if we have our leader death. Well, you know, you could actually get a couple extra troops here. There you go. Nothing's changed throughout the year. Roland, vassal of the Blanche family, has died. Irvin of the Flax family has died. Not sad. And that's it. Alright. Well, you know what? I guess we're going another year. So, how old is everyone? So that's fine. So, Irvin, that was here. Erik is now 73. Wow. So it's the, 71 to 75. I think 75 is the oldest they can get. They can die any time in that time. So, just a quick run through. So more than likely he'll die this year. It's crazy to see all these people. Elgis is 54. Wolfen's young, comparatively. I don't think we're at risk of anyone else really dying, other than Erik. Oh, and Nulf. Nulf will next year. And Ezreal actually is still around. We can actually stick him out. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll stick Ezreal in. Look at his stats, they're so terrible. We'll stick him into 14 and just kind of have him out there. Yeah, that's it. Erin is now 50, Pender, Geolog, Anselm, and Sharon. That's it. Alright, well, we'll see you guys another year. Alright, is this gonna be it now? 26, 27, 28. So nothing's changed. Everyone still has all their monsters too from when we set that up. So here we go. Nulf has died. Alright. I guess we go into the final year. Because I don't think he can live past this one. He's 74. I think he dies at 75, no matter what. That's just crazy. Alright, so yeah, so this setup, I really hope it's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna save the games here on game 1, game 2, just so I know, and basically from here on out, we can create whatever custom scenario we want to do. I'd have a year of, you know, if I wanted to start over at 8 on the island on my own, I could just, you know, spend 3 turns to go there and have him take out my other territories as I go, type of deal. I can split off so only vassals are in certain areas, some are empty, so it's just a big giant land grab, you know, all that fun stuff. I could make it just 1 versus 1 and start me at the top and someone at the bottom and just see how that goes. Although if I did that, they would have, I think, all the gems and everything, so it'd be extremely hard. But, you know, it's something we could think about. That might be the hardest way to do it. Neat. Anyways, we'll see you at the end of this year then, I guess. Alright, right at the end. Is this going to be the year 29, where everything breaks loose? Erik, the leader of the Flax family, has died. Flax family has split apart. Wolfen has founded the Holly family. Oh, this is happening. Nicolay has founded the Lefort. Jeff has founded the Fouche. Shabard has founded the Wood. Arkin the Halford, Elgis the Randall, Oswald the Barkley, Carl the Ruse, Melgan the Schaff, Colin Hardwood, Lauren Greystoke, that's a cool looking symbol, Jairus the Asley, Ezreal Pembroke, that's a pretty cool looking symbol too, Tyrion is Harris, Gerard Nail, Wraith Douglas, Brian Branford, Adriel Wenrock, Carla Ashley, Fuster Burgundy, Griff Audley, Elford Berkshire, Eustace Cromwell, Len Markham, Aidan Rivers, Hubert Astley, Esok Hamilton, and Kayla Ferris. That is extremely cool. It took 29 years of in-game playing at approximately 90 seconds a month to hit BA, 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 BA to go through. Oh man, that is so, like, super exciting. Yeah, so Lauren is all on his own. He only has one province. Wow. You know what? Something that's I didn't even think about, too. Did you see Lauren's stats? Because they've aged so far, like, all of their stats are gonna be extremely big. So, no matter what we do, whoever we attack, well, mostly, a lot of their stats are going to be larger. Like, Elgis is someone that we used quite a bit. So yeah, he's look at that war stat. That's scary. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Now we can actually play the game to fruition now. So this is exciting to me. I've never done this, so and it worked. Now we just have to beat the game with the Erin family within like 20 years, which, you know, should be doable. So one thing to note with that, actually, no, I'll go into the details and everything about what we're gonna do with our file and our save here with Prince Erin when we start that campaign. But I just wanted to show off that yes, this actually does work, and it is extremely cool. So now we can think of different scenarios that we may want to do. For example, we could always put ourselves into, I mean, we're in a pretty bad spot right now as is, but we could always put ourselves in 22, where Ezreal was, and try to build out from there. We could have a whole bunch of empty provinces everywhere, just like 3 or 4 actual vassals out and about, just grabbing up land as if we had all landed on this island at the same time. We could have everyone have maximum armies, etc. Like, it's quite crazy what we could do with this. I'm excited. So I'm not saving the game here, just, you know, because we got to keep our other save file open. So I'll have to play through that last year again when I start this up. But pretty darn exciting. I'm glad to see that it worked, and we'll be able to customize our kind of own scenarios from here on out. One thing that we can do as well, I know if I don't want to use the Pasta, I don't have to use the Pasta. If I don't want to use the Wizard, I don't have to use the Wizard. So it's just a matter of that type of stuff. I'm not worried about the gems. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. We don't know where all the gems went to. We don't have the gems. We just have Zendor. So we actually have to do some searches and things to figure out who actually has some of these gems. So yeah. But thanks for watching this crazy convoluted setup. I mean, the first part of it is going to be set up kind of like a regular game where you just have 2 players, and then this last part of just wading through 26 years of pressing B and A and building up is a very cool thing. I don't know if I would recommend people doing it unless they have lots of time. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time, so this actually took me the course of like 2 to 3 weeks of doing in a little bit of spare time here and there. So it's a very convoluted setup to do, but now we're here. So thanks for watching this, and you know what? Our next episode, we're going to be going right on in with Prince Erin and trying to take over all of Gemfire. We'll see you then. Bye.